What's up, military millionaires? Today I'm going to give you a tour of my Airbnb office house hack, which is not really a house hack because it's an investment loan and it's a slightly different strategy, but it will show you how you could do the house hacking strategy in a whole bunch of different ways. And this is one of my most creative and most favorite because it has allowed me to essentially have a free office space. So we're going to dig through the house, and I'm also going to show you how not all Airbnbs have to be this overly luxurious beach resort thing that you put $40,000 into furnishing. This was literally, I would say 90% of this house is furniture that I had left over from when I was stationed in San Diego and didn't have anywhere to put it. So we threw it in this house, and we went to the thrift shops, and we went to the antique shows, and we went to all the little places where you can barter for goods, and then I Craigslisted a table, and boom. So make sure you follow along, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna show you how to house hack your office. I do want to talk about this fancy lock real quick because this is a game changer for Airbnb. So this is the Schlag encode or Schlag or whatever. And this lock connects to Guesty or whoever you're using to manage your Airbnb. And so what it does is the moment a guest checks in, it changes the listing to their phone number. The last four of their phone number is the code for the door. And when they check out, it stops. So you don't have to worry about guests checking in early. You don't have to worry about guests checking out or overstaying their welcome. And you don't have to give them your main admin password and change the code every time, right? It just automatically changes, and it's wonderful. So wonderful, in fact, that it's almost impossible to get one of these locks right now. So it is what it is. All right, welcome. So you're greeted by this fancy entryway, and you'll be able to probably see up there that there is the lady who owned this before me was an artist, and so she did a lot of paint work with the mud before they painted the house. So there's like murals, like this one's like a river and trees, and we got trees and whatever. And I didn't think it was worth changing because I thought this was a cool house. So, and then you come in and we have our nice reading room where you can hang out and you can lounge on the couch. And this is a pull-out sleeper couch, and you can lounge between those chairs. And then you can just hang out and read and do whatever is nice and cozy. We come in here. So this Airbnb is slotted to sleep 8 to 12 people. So we've got the 6 chairs here. There's 2 in the corner. There's chairs all over the place. So you can kind of, pick and play and figure where you want people to be spending their time. And yeah, so just a simple, easy dining room leading into the kitchen, which we've got all fancy stainless. We didn't really have to do anything in here. We didn't do much for renovations. I bought this house pretty much turnkey, paid full market value. I just wanted to get in it because, as you'll see later, it really makes sense for everything that I'm trying to do as far as the house hack for the office. But let's show you some bedrooms. So this hallway upstairs, so this is a split level. And we've got 4 different bedrooms. We put 2 twins in this room. The other 3 have queens. And then we've got a bathroom there. And obviously the master suite has a bathroom as well. Nothing super special, but it works for sleeping everybody. All right, and then we got the big den. And in the den, we've got the fireplace. Ooh, did somebody actually use the fireplace? I don't know. I've never used the fireplace, but there's no fire starter anymore, so I guess somebody used the fireplace. Cool, the house didn't burn down, so that's good. We got this big open den. So this house, the reason it was still on the market, I think, is because it's set up more for entertaining than it is just for, homeowners, right? So it's kind of an odd layout. We've got a half bath over there with a laundry room, and then we've got this massive open space for TV and entertaining and all of the other good stuff. And then we got a big old 2-car garage, which you guys probably don't care about. And then we've got, well, you'll see all the decks, but we have multiple decks, including a barbecue grill and a dining area. And we're gonna go check that out now. All right. And this is what I think really sells the house, especially for like an entertaining perspective. You got plenty of room for chairs and tables and dining outside and the fans and everything. But then they built this as an addition to the house, and it is awesome. So the area back there is actually a floodplain, and so there will never be anything built back there. And these, where all these rocks are, I think is actually a sinkhole, because what happens when it really rains is that becomes a lake in that backyard, and then it all disappears really, really, really quick down what I assume are sinkholes. And it is what it is. But we get turkeys back there, we get deer back there, and this house, for reference, is in the southeast corner of town, in the heart of like one of the nicer areas in town, right behind a Best Buy, nice neighborhood. And so you don't get a view of like a meadow and deer and turkey and stuff like this really anywhere else right around here. You do out by my house in the country, but not here. So we've got this thing, and the grass is growing in a little bit because I did landscaping, but it'll come in. And so people can just hang out here. And I love this area. And then, as I said, we've got a barbecue grill down here. And the house actually came with a shed and a wood shop, because the guy before me was, you know, he liked woodworking, there we go. And so it came with a full woodwork unit, which I've actually considered turning into like a 1-bed, 1-bath studio and renting out, but I'll probably just leave it, because for now I use it for storage for like extra siding and crap for projects we're working on. So, so this is the house. Now we're going to show you where things get cool, and we'll show you the office. Whoa. And that might be, is that?
I'll just go ahead.
Yeah. All right, so you'll have to forgive the dirt on the floors. Some of my team members moved out of this office last week to go on to do bigger and better things on their own. And I have multiple dogs that hang out in here during the day, my corgi, my assistant's blue heeler, and so, you know, we get paw prints and dirt and whatever all over the place, so it is what it is. But in there, we've got, it's not really worth going in there, but over here we have another laundry room. So I currently have my coin washer dryer from one of my old apartments in there, because I don't have a home for them yet, so they just sit there. But we got 2 commercial units in there and still a ton of space. You could actually use that as another office. It's huge, but no need for that, so just a laundry room and some storage. And then we're gonna move this table around later on, but I got this nice little setup, bookshelf, whatever, for a conference room. So we're gonna make the table back this way now that we have more space. And this will be my nice conference room for hanging out with people and networking and all of that. And then we'll come on in here, and I'm gonna turn off this fan because you won't be able to hear me with that fan on. And in here, we have my lovely assistant's desk, and we've got, I have a blackboard with a bunch of goals, a to-do list and stuff, but it's not very photogenic. And then we've got, this is cool, we have the whiteboard that has all of our current projects on it. So if you look at this one is up for the refinance right now. This one's in the middle of the renovation. This one's up for the refinance. This one we already did wholesale. This one we're still waiting on payoff info to close on. This one we closed on Friday, and we're gonna burr it. This one we close on Thursday, and we're gonna burr it. This one we're in the middle of to flip. I don't know why that says hold, we're flipping it. And this one we are under contract to wholesale, but we're still pending a document from the seller in order to be able to close. And then over here, we have the map with some, as my friend Hugh would say, strong visual controls. So I got these fancy, you know, blah, blah, blahs. And I actually need to update this. I'm gonna do that right now because I'm gonna forget. So what we do with this, I'll just show you guys. So we're gonna hold these. So I need a green. There's a green. Okay, so I got this fancy green. And let's see, we get Kansas Expressway. And we're gonna be, where's Division? And we're gonna be like right here, I think. Boop. So we're holding that one. And I need another green. I guess you don't have to film me wandering through here. But now my OCD is not gonna let me not finish that. So anyway, to finalize this, so just so you guys know, blue is for wholesales we've done, and then pink is for wholetails, meaning I physically closed on it, listed it, and sold it, and then the green is buy and hold. So the ones that we've held, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I guess I've been pulling them out once I sell them. Some of them I've sold. Then I own some up in Buffalo, and we've got some down on the south side. So strong visual controls. Now down here, and I did not clean up for this video, we have a kitchen, right? Everything you could ever need. Blenders, coffee grinder, random snacks, and then there's a bathroom, which is nothing special. So, and then this is the office. We have a nice little storage closet, and then this is my actual unit or home, which is a pigsty. So don't take this for how it normally looks. I've got changes of clothes because we're filming videos all day, and I've got sticky notes galore because I'm in the middle of taxes, and my stuff is all set up and all over the place. But this is where the magic happens, and I'll do another video at some point just showcasing the entire office. But let's talk some numbers. Oh, actually, before we talk some numbers, there are 2 ways that you can get into this unit. One is to walk around the side and come in that back door, which is what we do on the normal day-to-day. The other is like this. And this is the other way that you can enter the unit. And yes, I do make it a point to ride this chair all the time. And my kids love this thing. So I've never owned a house where one of these came with it. When I get old, this is gonna be my life right here. But I will tell you that when you're trying to move groceries, or like, not groceries, but when you're trying to move a massive amount of furniture in and out of a unit, and you've got some really heavy items like a TV or, this is not a huge hallway. And so this makes it really easy to carry stuff. I have a love-hate with this thing. I think it's hilarious. What do we got, like 4 minutes left? 3.5 minutes. All right. Cool, 3.5. I don't know where the best spot to talk numbers is. We'll just, we'll do this. All right. Now for the numbers that you've all been waiting on, right? Here's how this breaks out. We purchased this house for $355,000. It appraised for $360,000. 15% down, mortgage is about $310,000, and we pay about $1,950 a month for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Pity. Then on top of that, I pay $82 and some change a month for high-speed internet, and I pay anywhere from $300 to $400 a month for utilities. So let's call it $2,400 a month expenses, pretty much all in on this house. I do have a landscaper, kind of a weird situation though, where he's landscaping my house for free because, and this could go into all kinds of business things, he's been landscaping my house since last May, and every time I try to pay him in person or PayPal or Venmo or cut him a check, he says, we'll invoice you. And then he sends me an invoice, and the invoice doesn't have a payment link, and I reply to the invoice and say, hey, I don't have anywhere to pay this, and he doesn't respond. And then I see him in person, and I try to pay him, and I don't know. So one of these days, I'm gonna get caught up on that, but for now, pretty much free landscaping. It's a joke, I still count the money that I'm paying, because I will pay him. So anyway, weird situation. If you're a business owner, you should probably make it really easy to pay you, because Otherwise, you're not going to get paid. Now, we'll call it $2,400 all in for the house, right? The Airbnb brings in, it's currently listed anywhere. It ranges from like 120 to 260 a night, average like 175-ish. And we currently bring in about $2,600 to $2,700 a month. Now, the VRBO side actually is listed much higher for some reason. It corrects higher. I guess people are willing to pay more on VRBO. Not entirely sure what that niche is. And so when those listings come in, then we're closer to $3,000 a month. But on average, $2,600, $2,700 is pretty close to where we're going to be for this thing. Then you figure 3 or 4 cleaning fees. It's pretty much break even. Some months I might pay $50 to $200 in cleaning fees that bring me into the negative, and some months I might have a longer stay or two and it brings me into the positive, or I have VRBO stays and it brings me into the positive. So I average about break even on this property. Now, that's break even, but I pay probably $750, $800 a month down on principal. So that's essentially cash flow, right? Because you're investing that money into it stays in equity in your house, and the equity of the house is appreciating. So it's, let's call it a small, like a high yield savings account. So principal pay down, about $700, $750 a month. Cool. So we're in the positive there. And the real perk here is that to have an office that is this big and has a kitchen, we would be paying like $1,200 a month, maybe $1,500 a month for any office space in town, right? So essentially what we have done is allowed ourselves to not have to work out of the home, because I don't like the idea of working out of the same place I sleep. It makes it hard to start work and makes it hard to turn off work at the end of the day, and it just isn't really convenient to life. And so what I did was we were able to essentially take $1,000 to $1,500 a month fixed expense for an office space that I would have to have and make it zero, which has cut my expenses, increased the business's savings rate, and allowed me to take the same house hacking strategies to use Airbnb and creativity to make myself a free office. So that's what we're doing. That's what we've been doing with this house. That's why you see different pieces of this house all over the place in my videos, and that's why I did it. So now you know, and if you want to come hang out in Springfield, Missouri, we do have, because I'm a Marine, we got beer and cider and moonshine and tequila and you name it. So if you want to come hang out, I got a conference room. Let's crack one open and let's chill.